Subtractive.com. And we are off to the races. The weekly races. Kumbaya and such. Oh, wake and bake action.
Yeah, that is real.
The Subtractive presents. This is the Subtractive presents. I'm going to keep saying it. This is the Subtractive presents. We are very hungover. This morning, this Monday. It's brutal. How you doing, your boy Rick Roy?
Dude, I'm on the top of the world right now. Tell you what. I'm pretty energized. My caffeine's running through my veins. Get me all jacked up and kicked in. So.
Speaking of coffee, PCP. What do you think about PCP?
I know there's a Starbucks creamer of PCP. Try to add that shit to my coffee every morning. Get me all jacked. But
what about the dusty PCP?
All right, so here we go. There's so much confusion in my life at this moment about dust, illy, and smoking wet, and angel dust, and things like that.
God.
I'm dead
Angel
serious.
Dust. Are you saying there's a difference between angel dust and dust?
I don't know anymore.
Because now I'm also confused.
I don't know anymore. Okay, so we're going to kick it off right quick here because we just had a conversation about this, getting amped up about a conversation about dust. So I'm like, yo, let me research this real quick because I remember smoking illy and I remember smoking dust. What the fuck is the difference?
What is the difference?
Okay, so I ran into smoking wet and it all came back to me. Huh?
Hit this ill right quick.
So I'm not gonna hit that L, but no, for real.
Hit that illy.
The L in the L. So
hit this L in the ill.
The first time I smoked what was called at that time was wet, because like I said, I just heard this word and it all came back to me was like somebody gave me a cigarette dipped in a vomiting fluid or some shit, formaldehyde, and I'm like,
yeah.
Cool. The fuck you do with this, dude?
I freaked out. I was talking to a bush. It's like,
hey, I was in the bathroom at the fucking Meriden Mall, dude. Some ghetto kid we used to hang out with, like, yo, smoke this. You
know what's funny? You're right. You're totally right. But you know what's funny is you've never heard a story. Yeah, this guy slipped me a ill. I had a really good time. You know, it was accidentally laced with PCP or dust.
Oh my God.
I had a fucking blast. No, you've never heard that. Nobody's ever had that story.
No.
Never.
And if they did do, they're forgetting or blacking out or failing to mention the really dark sides of that evening.
There's nothing but a dark side to that shit, man.
So we kind of classified this whole thing as grime culture. Dude, it's such a dark world, man. Dude, it's grime.
Fucking slum culture.
And these kids want to say tapping a tablet screen is grinding. I'm telling you, the grime culture, dude, it's all about true grit grind. Whew.
Yeah. Grinding those teeth down to nubs. Is that what you're talking about? So,
back to the real story here, too. So, I got that, dude. I really don't remember. I mean, I gave it to some kid. I don't remember smoking or nothing like that, to be completely honest. But then later in life, people were talking about getting stuck. Now, here is the confusion.
Okay. Because I'm also confused. Because you can also get stuck on other things.
Right. But I guess at this time, this term was commonly used for smoking wet.
Smoking that whiz.
I thought was a little bit of weed with a vomiting fluid in a blunt. You know what I mean? Not a dipped cigarette. And
smoking that whiz notch.
Dude, oh my God, dude. What the fuck does that shit do to your body? It's so...
That's the worst.
Oh my God, crawl out of your skin, dude. It's like... I don't know how to describe it, dude, but it's like you're tripping, but you can't really move your body all that well. You're all stiff and shit.
You know what you can do? The best way to describe it is describe what you do when you're on it. where you are, where you're hanging out, who's around you. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
And then that's what it is. That's the level of depravity that's the most depraved out of all the drugs. Out of all of them.
Wow.
It's rock bottom. It is rock.
That's not rock bottom.
It is absolutely 100%.
It's not rock bottom.
Rick, think about, okay, like even like smack addicts are like, yo, at least I'm not on fucking wet, yo. At least I'm not on fucking dust.
Here comes the confusion. So, we're getting stuck. We're smoking wet. Right. So, fast forward of random times of smoking wet, right? Illy, same thing, same shit. Illy and wet, I guess, are the same shit. And then...
Did you do it and go to a concert?
No, we did it with a convenience store to get something stupid.
Exactly,
I don't know. They like hung on some sketchy guy's car. That was the first time. It was like not glamorous at all, dude. It was just like, yo, I'm stuck.
You get in the car, there's a random guy in the back, and they tell you just don't make eye contact with him. And you're like, okay, that sounds fair. Let's do this wet.
Yeah, but why is he rubbing his groin and looking at me? Don't look at him. Don't make eye contact.
Don't look
just
at
let
him.
him finish.
Yep.
So
another time it's a 700-pound fucking Puerto Rican guy in a hotel. You don't even know how you ended up there. And you can only hit this wet if you touch my wife's fucking stretch marks from her birth. Okay. These are the fun fucking times that you have when you're fucking wet out. When you're fucking whacked out on the old PCP.
You went to a completely different place. I was just gonna talk about a couple, places that you kind of hung out at some dude's house, not like
same place,
Berlin Turnpike,
same place,
Roach Motel,
or just yeah. It's okay. Go ahead with your Roach Motel story. I want to hear this. So what happened that night?
No, I'm just saying. So the confusion starts setting in when people are saying like, yo, let's smoke some dust. And I associated it with wet because it came in a very small blunt with a little bit of weed, maybe a little bit of tobacco or some shit like that, dude. And we were getting dusted.
Getting
maybe I didn't
out.
ask the appropriate questions at the time because I trusted the individual, like family to me, let's just say it that way. And I was like, oh, word. And he was like, yo, we get dusted, kid. And it was a completely different feeling. I'm pretty sure now that we had this conversation today, I was smoking angel dust.
So you were smoking angel dust.
I never clarified, though, because terminologies on the street change kind of sometimes. And you're like, what am I smoking then?
So what was it? What form was it? Like, how did you ingest it?
No, like I said, we just smoked a blunt. Very small.
It was on a blunt, so that's a fucking wet blunt.
Well, it was in a blunt. No, it was like inside.
Oh, it was by itself in a blunt.
With some weed and a little bit of tobacco, I believe. Dude, I was already intoxicated at the point, dude. It wasn't a highlight of my life here, brother. It was
that.
So I can't really tell you, like I was like eagle-eyeing the dude, my boy fucking rolling that shit.
That's what we refer to as an illy, if I'm not mistaken. Smoking that illy.
But dude, it felt like I was in the galaxy, man. The galaxy was, it was a fucking really wild ride. Holy shit. Yeah.
Did you ever have like chunks of time just disappear on you? And you're like, how the fuck did I maneuver all this and I don't have a
I wonder how many years we've lost in those moments. Think about it, bro.
The ones that really freak me out is it could seriously be like only 15 or 20 seconds. But you know what I mean? But it's gone and you're like, do you see what I'm saying? It's one thing to like go out drinking and you have a whole fucking thing and, I don't remember nothing. Yeah, because you were fucking over. But this is different. It's like the last 30 seconds are gone. And you're like, what the fuck? I was just over there buying chips. And now I'm helping this lady pump gas. And something happened in the middle. I don't know what the fuck. I shouldn't even be at this gas station, dude.
I'm telling you right now, like I just said, I don't know how many years I've lost in moments like that, dude, whether it just be like hardcore days and out, nodding off, or whatever the case may be. And like I said, not highlights, my friends, not highlights. Just it's the low lights of getting high.
Yo, hit this Ilian. Let's go check out these Halloween kids that are trick or treating. Oh God, I wish I could.
I don't know if I've done that or not, dude. I don't know. And that's, you know what? Let me bring that back, dude. About the morning regrets. What the fuck did I do? Some dude's like, yo, you remember that? I'm like, fuck. What did I do?
What did I do the past 5 seconds? I don't know how I got from here to there.
After a couple years, after a couple good years, you're like, you know, you get to wash that shit off. Like, yeah, whatever, man.
You take one step out the door, and all of a sudden, you're at the stoplight. In the car, you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Those are bad moments, man. I don't think you just made that up. I think that was
For example.
Oh, I know, dude. So much truth comes out, and I was actually thinking about writing some stories about this shit, dude. Now that things are coming back to me, my memory's slowly but surely coming back to me, dude, and it's fun ride.
Tell me when we're gonna start recording.
TheSubtractive.com